a simulated training game between AI Advanced and AI Expert. We begin with the Queen's Gambit declined.
It's a battle of attrition from the start. The heat map is perfectly balanced, which usually means the first player to create a real imbalance will seize the initiative. White is playing for a space advantage, but black is keeping the position compact. It's a classic struggle for the d4 and e5 squares.
Both sides develop their knights and contest the center.
The setup is standard, but the tension is building. Now we wait to see who commits to a concrete plan first.
White brings the knight to f3, completing the early development phase.
An interesting choice. White removes a key defender of the center, though it grants black the bishop pair in the long run.
White decides to trade the dark-squared bishop for the knight on f6.
White has pushed the c-pawn to c5 to cramp black, but this move seeks to undermine that wedge. It's a direct challenge to White's territorial claims.
Black responds with b6, challenging White's grip on the queen side.
This changes the geometry of the board. That open file is a highway for the rooks, and black is already looking to exploit it.
The a-file opens up after a series of exchanges on the queen side.
The heat map is split evenly between red and blue here. It's a state of balanced territory where a single slip could hand over the initiative.
Black strikes in the center with e5.
That pawn was a thorn. By forcing the trade, black clarifies the center but keeps the pressure on White's coordination.
A pawn lands on d3, forcing the bishop to capture.
Look at the heat map. Blue is starting to dominate. This isn't about material, it's about destroying White's structure and opening lines to the king.
Black plays a surprising knight sacrifice on c5.
White is trying to stabilize, but the tactical sequence has already shifted the momentum. The initiative is firmly in black's hands now.
White recaptures the knight on c5, but the position remains unstable.
This is a devastating blow. Shattering the pawns in front of the king creates permanent weaknesses that cannot be repaired.
Black eliminates the knight on f3 with the bishop.
The rook is now perfectly placed to join the assault on the f-file. It's a slow-motion collapse for White.
The rook swings over to a3.
A bold move. Even though the heat map shows red dominance for a moment, it's a tactical illusion. Black is clearing the way for a mating attack.
Black sacrifices the rook on f3.
White's king is being driven into a storm. There's nowhere left to hide.
The attack continues with a check on f2.
A prophylactic touch. Black ensures there are no desperate counterchecks before delivering the final blow.
Black's king steps back to h7, safely tucked away.
The game is effectively over. With the queen gone, White is just playing out the clock.
The rook on f8 captures the queen.
It's a gesture of defiance, but there's no strategic foundation for it. Black is in total control.
White attempts a last-ditch effort with the rook on d6.
In the endgame, the king becomes an active piece. Black is preparing to support the advance of the h-pawn.
The black king moves up to h6.
The rook is acting as a shepherd, pushing the white king into a corner while the pawns march forward.
Black delivers a check on a2.
Black is playing with surgical precision. There is no rush, only a methodical reduction of White's options.
Another check on a2, maintaining the pressure.
The h-pawn is now a monster. It's only a matter of time before it reaches the 8th rank.
The white king is forced to g3.
The blue on the heat map is overwhelming now. The material advantage is absolute.
The pawn promotes to a queen on h1.
Stripping away the last piece of resistance, the white king is completely isolated.
Black captures the rook on d2.
A clinical conclusion to a dominant performance. Black didn't just win, they dismantled White piece by piece.
And there it is, checkmate on a1.